Gachagua, to work with Kalonzo, and in their lineup, we are nowhere. Yet in this lineup, we are somewhere. We must work with a party which regards ODM, regards our community, and is thinking about the future of ODM. Asante sana.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for your greatest support. Now, fellow Kenyans, I have a problem, and the problem that I have is with John Mbadi. It's not a very big problem, but again, it's not a very small problem, but it's a problem. A problem is a problem. Hata iwe kubwa, hata iwe ndogo, shida ni shida. Now, my problem with John Mbadi is this. Why is it that every time John Mbadi speaks, Mbadi must shout? Okay, what is the need of shouting? So John Mbadi thinks that if he speaks in a low tone, people won't understand. You know, I don't know. I really don't understand. So John Mbadi thinks that if I speak nikizungumza pole pole, watu watanielewa. So I have to shout. It's been, I've watched several videos of John Mbadi speaking since Raila died, you know, them trying to defend the broad-based government. And right now, John Mbadi is saying that ODM is going to produce a candidate in 2032, a presidential candidate in 2032.
We must strategize. We must plan to be in government, to form government. If we cannot produce a president for Kenya in 2027, we must produce president of Kenya in 2032. That must be the irreducible minimum for the party, ODM, and for our community. And therefore, those of us who are still telling us that we should not work with William Ruto, that we should work with Gachagua, to work with Kalonzo, and in their lineup, we are nowhere. Yet in this lineup, we are somewhere. We must work with a party which regards ODM, regards our community, and is thinking about the future of ODM. Asante sana.
So what happened with the 2027? You see now, this is why I normally say that in ODM we have got different groups. There is a group that is saying that ODM must produce a candidate in 2027. There is a group that is saying that ODM is not ready to produce a candidate. And there is a group that is saying that ODM will have to produce a candidate in 2032. So for these ones of 2032, automatically these ones are the ones that are supporting William Ruto. And then these ones of 2027 are the ones that believes in ODM. And then kuna wale ambao they don't know where they are. Kuna wale ambao wanasema there is nobody in ODM who can be a flag bearer or who can go and fight for the presidential candidate. The only person who could have done that or who was in a position to do that was Raila Odinga, the late Raila Odinga. Right now, hakuna mtu yote. So my problem is, why is it that every time John Mbadi speaks, lazima apige kelele? Kwa nini lazima John Mbadi apige tu kelele? Hiyo ndio swali. Kwa nini lazima tu apige, akizungumza lazima apige kelele? Kelele. I want to watch some of the John Mbadi's clips, the way he normally shouts while speaking, and then I come back so we can talk about the second thing. Watch this.
I want to speak to the people of ODM that you must respect your leaders, but we must also accept that Raila taught us to go to the street when it is necessary and go to the boardroom when it is necessary. My last comment. I read the book of Corinthians when Paulo spoke to the people of Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 13 verses 11, and he said that when I was a child, I thought like a child, I behaved like a child, I reasoned like a child, I acted like a child, but when I grew up, I left all my childhood life and started living like an adult. Asanteni sana. Mungu awabariki. Long live ODM. Long live Kenya. Many people here betrayed Raila in one way or the other.
betrayed Raila in one way or the other. I remember in 1996, when Raila took on Wamalwa Kijana for Ford Kenya chairmanship, all the leaders of the Luo community, members of parliament, Raila only remained with Dr. Oburu Odinga'S brother. He remained with Jobomino from Kisumu. He remained with Fibasio from Homa Bay. He remained with Ruto'S. He remained with Tom of Nyatike. And he remained with Owina Chola. And remained also with Ochiengbeo from Madari. All those people, apart from Omino and Fibasio, all those won their seats in by-elections. Raila soldiered on, despite the fact that the Luo leadership had deserted him. But now, he has died when all the Luo leaders are behind Raila Molo Odinga, Agwambotinga. I am happy that, Baba, you are going ahead of us without me betraying you. I was behind you. You are with me. You gave me positions of leadership when nobody imagined that I could lead. You made me the assistant minister in the office. You made me the longest serving chairman of your party when you were alive. You made me minority leader. You made me Minister of Finance, the first Luo to be a Minister for Finance in the Republic of Kenya. Baba, thank God that I never betrayed you. Even when you gave me the sad news that I was not going to be the governor for Homa Bay County, I still stood behind you because I know why you made that decision. Baba will not disappoint you. I will not betray you. The only place where we disagreed and you allowed it is that you are supporting Arsenal and I'm supporting Manchester United. Allow me to say the last word, my brother in Kijaluo.
Now, the second thing is about Oburu Odinga. There is something at ODM party leader Oburu Odinga flown out of the country for medication. This was yesterday. And then Oburu Odinga himself is defending, anasema kwamba I am doing well. I simply took a short break to recharge, rest and recuperate. The past few weeks have been intense and I needed a moment to regain my energy, refocus and come back strong. I appreciate the concern. Now, I want us to speak about this Oburu Odinga situation, and I want us to look at it in both angles. There is a positive angle and there is also a negative one, but I just want us to be at the middle. I want us to talk about what is there. I want us to speak about the possibilities of what's happening, what might happen, what would happen, and all those. Now, remember the issue of Raila Odinga. It just started like a rumor that mara Raila ameenda sijui, mara Raila yuko wapi, mara Raila onekani, Raila ametoka, Raila, and then all of a sudden the news broke that Raila Odinga died. It's not like Oburu Odinga is dead, but I want us to try as much as we can as citizens or as people of this country, as concerned citizens, to at least dig deep into this. Number one, let us leave alone that the first one of Oburu Odinga being flown out of the country. I want us to focus on this second thing that Oburu Odinga is saying, that I am doing well. I simply took a short break to recharge, rest and recuperate. The past few weeks have been intense and I needed a moment to regain my energy, refocus and come back strong. I appreciate the concern. First things first, I want all of us to understand that Oburu Odinga lost a brother, and his younger brother Raila Odinga. After losing Raila Odinga, his younger brother, so in as much as maybe we want to assume, but this thing really hit ilipiga watu sana. This one was, it's like, you know, if kama wale watu ambao wako nje, ambao hawana blood connection with the Odinga's family. You saw what happened, the way people were crying out, you know, because of the death of Raila Odinga, people being shocked, you know, watu wanalia. So what about the immediate family? And then you realize that, in fact, even before Raila Odinga was buried, these ODM people rushed that lazima wachukue Oburu Odinga wamweke kama party leader, the acting party leader, and then baadaye akakuja akachukua shukani automatically. So these things didn't give this man enough time to reset, like to mourn his brother, you know, to do things that needed to be done and all those. So at least I think it was like a burden. First of all, I think that it was like a burden to him. And as a family, you know, you really need, sometimes you just need sometimes alone, recharge, rethink, and do everything possible to make sure that you are on the right track, which is 100% correct, which is 100% right. Everybody needs time to recharge. Everybody needs time to rethink and maybe replan their lives, replan everything that needs to be done and all that. Now, another issue that you also need to look at is this. Raila Odinga was the party leader of ODM since it was formed 20 years ago. So it means that Raila got used to this issue of the attacks here and there. So hata wakati ambapo walikuwa anampiga, he knew how to accommodate everybody, you know, to receive the beatings, you know, the insults and all that. Yani Raila, I don't know how to put it, but I think Raila had got so you say that Raila had got alikuwa na moyo mgumu. I don't know. I don't know how to, I'm just trying to find a way of putting it. Raila had I don't know. I'm failing to understand, but you see, the way Raila handled the way Raila used to handle problems, like the ODM problems and all those, it automatically is completely different from the way these other people are handling problems. Now, Oburu Odinga just took, in fact, it's less than 2 months. Now, already unasikia watu washaanza petition that Oburu Odinga is supposed to resign from being the party leader of ODM. So unaona all these things zikikuja kwa huyo jamaa, he feels like this thing is so much, in weight kubwa sana. I can't manage. And then also we also have to look at this, his age. Oburu Odinga ni kijana. Oburu Odinga is old. 80, is it 83, 82? Oburu Odinga is very old. So and you know, the mtu akiwa anazeeka ama amezeeka, akili yake it can't, like literally we can't say that however smart somebody is or was, you can't compare an 84 years old man with a 30, 20 or 40. Okay, the 80 plus guy, the 80 years old plus guy might have that because amekuwa sana, so anaweza kuwa with a lot of wisdom and is intelligent. But now when you try to look at now the way they respond, the way this response of, okay, so this one has happened, how am I going to react? It's completely different. Now, a 40 years, 30 years old man would know that now at this point I need to do this, I really need to switch from this to this. But 84, 85, ajui, yani, okay, anajua that anapaswa kuswitch, but now it will take him time. In other words, I'm trying to say that Oburu Odinga's old age cannot allow him to accumulate all these wars, you know, all these insults, attacks that are in ODM. You know, ODM right now, Oburu Odinga is being attacked seriously. And there is nothing that he can do. Because umejua, is the person that accepted to be the party leader. Now, of course, alikuwa anaona jinsi ambavyo Raila Odinga mwenyewe alikuwa anapigwa. Alikuwa si hapo anaona, he used to see the way Raila Odinga was being fought every now and then. So I don't think if that is something that you should fear. The only problem that we have is the way he takes things. You know, it is so much slow to react. And then, you know, as a wise leader, there's some of the things that you don't need to respond to. You saw when Winnie Odinga was talking about the issue of the broad-based government, when she was saying that the person that ODM believed, you know, and trusted with the broad-based government coalition was the late Raila Odinga Baba. but he is no more. So this issue needs to be relooked at and about it so very deeply, because it's like it's not going to work.
There's something that I wanted to tell you. When it came to the matter of this broad-based government, the people of ODM entrusted one person with the management of that relationship. And that person was Baba Raila Odinga. That relationship is complicated. And therefore, we are looking and we are wondering, those that are taking it upon themselves to manage it now, are they capable of managing that relationship? I don't think that is a question for me to answer. That is a question for the people of ODM to answer. And party leader is why I'm requesting we need to go back to the people and have an NDC and see who the people want to pick to manage that same relationship.
And you see, Oburu Odinga was like, I'm going to talk to Winnie and all that. There are some of the things that you can't just respond publicly. You see? And so, unaenda kuongea na Winnie, yes, imefanyika, imetendeka. Those are things that a good leader should know that, no, hapa penye mamefika, I don't need to respond directly. I have to act wise. I have to act smart. But he didn't do that.
Mtoto yangu Winnie akisema ati Raila alikuwa hapo na sasa tutafute mwengine kusaidia kuendelesha hii broad-based government. Ninamwambia hiyo mtoto yangu tutaongea na yeye kinyumbani. Nitamwambia kinyumbani. Lakini hii kiti ambacho nyinyi mnamenipatia ya kuongoza ODM, kuwa party leader ya ODM, nitaendelea vile Raila alikuwa anaendelea, na nimebeba hiyo nimebeba hiyo ngao, na sisa kuwa na uoga yoyote, na nitaendelea kutimiza yale yote ambayo ndugu yangu Raila alikuwa anataka zitimizwe.
On William Ruto'S State of the Nation address at Parliament, I saw people like Osotsi. A lot of people were complaining that William Ruto claimed to love Raila Odinga, and he went to Parliament where once Raila Odinga sat, and he refused to just observe a moment of silence in the remembrance of the late Raila Odinga.
First of all, as a leader, a deputy party leader of ODM, I'm very disappointed with the speech, because we in ODM expected that he will address the issues contained in the 10 points agenda, which are very, very valid issues that affect ordinary Kenyans. For example, the issue of abduction, extrajudicial killing, the issues of fight against corruption, issues of historic injustice, issues of reduction of public debt, issues of NADICO. He never touched that. And we expected that this being the first presidential debate speech after the death of Raila Odinga, he would take this opportunity to come and talk to Kenyans about the issues contained in the 10-point agenda that he signed with Raila Odinga. So as a party, we are a bit disappointed on that. Secondly, we expected that this being the first address to joint sittings of the two houses, we expected that he will give a 1-minute silence for Raila Odinga, who was one of the longest serving members of parliament and an important political figure in this country. He never gave that opportunity. He never discussed anything about Raila Odinga, and we thought that presidential speech was full of futuristic issues, ambitions about what he intends to do in future. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the time, because we are just about 1.5 years to 2027 elections.
He has given a very elaborate and very ambitious plan when it comes to infrastructure, actually a 5 trillion infrastructure plan. And he says by December, he would have started some of the projects, key projects, including Mahou Summit Road. But even as you say, as he says this, some of the leaders have doubts on this, and they say it might not be achievable.
That's why I said it's futuristic. It's not about tomorrow or 6 months to come or 1 year to come or even 2 years to come. It's things that he has ambition to do in future. And you know that for those ambitions to be achieved, he needs to put money to it. Where is the budget? There's no budget to it. So is it another way of indirectly telling Kenyans that he's going to trust them more? So we would like the president to tell us more about things of today, things of the next 6 months, things of 1 year, and not things that will happen 10, 20 years from now.
You are here lamenting, frustrated about the 10-point agenda. As the ODM deputy party leader, what is it then you're going to do? Are we likely to see you guys walk out of this agreement?
No. You see, the point is that we have a time frame. The 10-point agenda, the gazetted time frame, is March 2026. And therefore, in March 2026, which is 4 months from now, we'll sit down as a party, look at what has been done and what has not been done, and on the basis of that, we'll make a decision. We know that there is a committee led by former Senator Agnes Zani, which up to date is not properly facilitated to start their work. So my expectation as a deputy party leader was the president to talk about the issues, the 10 issues in the 10 points agenda, which are very critical to the people of Kenya, and which ODM is very active in pursuing them, because they are contained in that document that he and Raila Odinga'S signed.
All right, thank you so much. I
don't know how you can take, I don't know how you're taking that. I saw some people saying that he had already given Raila Odinga a good send-off during the burial. So there was no need of that one moment of silence. Watu wengine wakasema kwamba ilikuwa ni madharau. I don't know. I just want you to also to at least tell me your thoughts at the comment section. Do you really think that William Ruto could have just decided to, just a moment of silence, just 1 minute of silence could have not costed anything? I think, personally, I think it's okay. It was not a big deal. Just observing a moment of silence was not something that watu wanapaswa kupiga makelele and all that, to be shouting. But again, I don't know. That is why I've said that I would like to hear your thoughts at the comment section concerning this issue. But I don't know, this issue of Oburu Odinga also, watu wengine wanasema kwamba ni ile keki ambayo alikula. Unaona keki ambayo alikula ingine akatema, ndio inafanya sasa. So all this sickness and rushing outside the country to go and get some rest is as a result of eating the cake that has been offered, or that had been offered by the president himself. I don't know what you think concerning that. That is why I also like you to tell me what you think at the comment section. But please don't forget to subscribe, because by subscribing, you are going to be among the people that will be getting the videos, the news, as they will be uploaded by Bonita Media. Until you meet again, I have been your host, Boniface. Bingo.